What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am on the mission today to get some stuff done on the Subaru. We have new wheels for the vehicle and we are going to be trying to fit them on the vehicle. We got to make some little bit of adjustments just to get them to fit properly. I really think that I chose the right setup for this car. It fits the look, I think. So without further ado, here is the wheel and tire setup, and don't mind that it is on jack stands currently at the moment because I am in the middle of doing those slight modifications. So here you go. So I ended up going with a set of Rota grids. They are 17 by 9 plus 42. I went with a little bit of a higher offset just because I read that if you go with for 35, which they come in a 35, it just it tends to poke a little bit too much. I wanted like a happy medium. If I needed to, I could always add spacers. With that 35, I mean, it's kind of at the borderline where you can't add spacers at that point. So I thought the 42 was just a better solution. So I'm super happy with them. They are definitely, like, they fit the car perfect. I love the white. I just love a white on silver kind of look. It's kind of like nice and classy, but also, you know, it gives it that pop that it really needs for a vehicle. I've had them on the car for a couple days now. Only issue I've had is there's been some rubbing. I knew that from the get-go when I put them on, that I was going to need to do some modifications on the car to get them to fit properly. One of those modifications was going to be that I needed to replace the strut, basically tops on my coilovers. I ended up having to get, luckily the car came with a set of feel coilovers, but they didn't come with they were kind of like a fixed top. I needed the camber plates on the top, so we are having to replace those as of today. And also we are needing to basically roll the fenders. Rolling the fenders, basically, if you guys don't know, is basically just getting rid of this inside lip right here. Pretty much from factory, all cars have like a lip about that big that dives at a 90-degree angle, and that's what basically rubs on the car the tire majority of the time. So what you end up doing is you take a machine like this, or you can take like a hammer and basically just run the edge out, and you're basically just folding that lip up to meet the edge of the lip. So it's basically just one solid lip. And you could see I did this side, and it is pretty gonna tuck pretty nice after this. So as of right now, what I'm trying to get done is replace the camber plates, or put the camber plates on the top of the coilovers right now. It is going pretty smoothly. They come up super easy, and all you do is just zip this 19mm nut off and basically just set the coilover on top with the pillow mounts and zip it back down. So let me go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll show you guys how to set camber. Now that that is zipped down, what we can do is, as you can see on the top of the coilover, this is how you're going to set your camber. For this application, I think I did on the other side is we're going to need the max amount of camber to fit the wheels and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to undo these, which are 5mm Allen keys, and we're going to scoot them all the way back, tighten them down, throw the coilover back in, and call it a day. And then we'll move on to basically rolling this side of the fenders, this side, the rear quarter, and then after that we can lower it down on the ground and see how the fitment is. All I'm needing to do now is just tighten down everything. I'm gonna throw this back on, and then we'll get to rolling the fender and hopefully getting the car back on the ground today. I'm running out of daylight, like as always, so let me get back to work, and I'll catch you guys in a minute. And one thing I want to point out before I do it This car needs a paint job, and this is not going to be the right way to do rolling fenders. The correct way is you are going to want to heat basically the fender itself. That loose basically softens the paint, allows you to roll the fender without chipping the paint. You are going to see the paint chip on this, and it is because I do not care. The car needs a paint job, or it's going to get wrapped, one or the other. It's going to get sanded down, it's going to get tucked. I really don't care about this paint job just because the clear coat's fading super bad. The paint job's gone. So I just want to make that very clear before we move forward. The correct way is going to be to heat this, basically the fender, and then you start rolling it and then keep heating it up just so you keep the paint nice and soft. But let's go ahead and throw this on and we'll get to it. All right, so we have the device on. What you're gonna wanna do first, if you guys have never put one of these on, is you're going to put it flat first so you can basically fit it into the fender well, and then you can put it on the actual hub. And then just 2 lug nuts is all you need, and basically just start adjusting it back up to the fender. And you want a good solid like mount. You see how you can already see it's already starting to chip, but you see how it's already starting to crease at that point. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna do that. We're gonna start with this one. We're gonna roll it back and forth, and then we're gonna increase it more and then roll it back and forth. You don't want to just go super hard first off, just because you will bow the fender, and then it's like super hard to shape after that. So you want to kind of take your time and do it in kind of like layers. That way you can get a nice even roll, and then it also pulls the fender a little bit. So let me get to this, and then hopefully we can get this done. Still running out of daylight, so. All right, so we have successfully pulled and rolled these fenders. Something that I want you guys to know, just when you guys think that you're done rolling and pulling the fenders, don't let up. Go one more, like pull the fender puller a little bit more, just because it's gonna help in the long run. If you just like, the metal's gonna want to naturally go back in, right? So if you go just a little bit more, it'll sit more, a little bit more flush. And these are just really temperamental, so I just like to do that little extra last step and do that. So now that we have this done, we take this off, and now it gets to the fun part. What I'm about to do is not recommended, because realistically all we needed to fender pull what our roll was this lip right here, because this is where the tire meets. This lip right here that you guys can see, the tire's never going to touch this. But since I don't really care about the paint, what I'm going to do is I have some sculpting hammers, and I'm going to hammer the crap out of this right here, and I'm going to get this lip down to basically match this lip, and it's going to be like one nice little solid fender roll. Now note, on the back bumper section, you guys are not going to be able to pull this. This is plastic. Unless you have a metal bumper, you are not going to be able to roll it just like you did with this thing. What you have to do is you either have to just live with it, or you're gonna have to take a Dremel and basically just Dremel this out. Is gonna be basically your only way that you're gonna have to do that. I think we might have to do that on this very top section. I think we're probably gonna have to Dremel like all right around there and just kind of radius it out. So we'll see how it fits after I get this this section done, and then we'll put it back on the ground and see if we rub still right there. I'm thinking we're not going to, but I don't know. So let me get to hammering on this side, and I'll show you guys the finished product. basically, this is the finished product. We have basically now a nice smooth edge all the way down the fender, and it kind of just tapers off into right here, something that we just didn't need to worry about. I'm overall pretty happy with it. Like I said, guys, this is for someone who knows they're gonna end up getting the car wrapped or painted, because as you guys can see, I'm literally just picking paint chips off the edge of this fender. Definitely something that you guys don't want to do if you're looking to not do that, so just FYI on that end. But I really like the finish. As you guys can see, not really see, basically we have gotten rid of this whole edge, and the nice thing is if you look at the fender, it's basically perfect. We've pulled it a good amount. There's no bubbles or anything like that, which is exactly what we wanted. Yeah, I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the wheels back on. We're gonna see where we kind of lie back on the ground, and go from there. So first impressions, we definitely made improvements on the camber. Definitely something that a alignment shop's gonna have to deal with. I just yeah, I'm kind of stumped on this one, but I'm pretty happy overall, just because if you guys noticed, if you guys saw the way the tires were before, I don't know if you guys can tell, but they are looking pretty good. I had positive camber before, which was the big issue I was running into, so now they're at least somewhat vertical. Yeah, I mean, they were really badly vertical. And the best thing is me rolling the fenders and, you know, adding some of that negative camber back, we basically were able to tuck the wheel. It does not look like it's going to rub whatsoever, so huge thumbs up on that one. So got an alignment appointment in a couple days, so we'll get the car dialed in, and then we can finally go and try to, like, really seriously get some good driving in. I really want to get, like, you know, some canyon runs or something like that in. I'm just like, I'm itching to, like, you know, do some sort of driving like that. So excuse me, but we're going to leave the car the way it is now. One thing that I can recommend for you guys, if you guys are going to an alignment shop, and to save yourself time, because I'm going to be on a kind of a little bit of a time crunch when I do my alignment, you guys, I would recommend taking out the back seats. I have the back seats out right now just because I did those camber plates in the rear, but I'm not going to put them back in, because that is one less thing that the alignment shop has to do. They're going to have to remove the camber plates, I mean the back seats, to get to the camber plates. So if they don't have to do that, then it's basically throw it on the rack. You're able to adjust the camber plates at the top, adjust it at the knuckle, all said and done, and I can throw the seats back in when I get back home at a later date. So I really recommend that. And yeah, I know this is going to be a short video, guys, but I just wanted to show you guys my new wheels, and show you some little bit of fitment issues I was having with the rear. The set of rims kind of similar.
Oh, I see. So you got like 8 sets of those style rims in white.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So did you? I know this red car here is your girlfriend's car, right? Or is that your Toyota?
That's just my, like, daily car.
Oh, it's daily car. And then you got the other wagon there for towing the car back and forth. So do they race in Redwood City this time of year when it's cold, or do they shut things down to summertime probably at this time?
Everything's shut down until, like, probably April. But even though the virus is still around, you think they might be racing under those conditions? Who knows?
Who knows, yeah. Hey, you're in Madison. I was watching TV.
Sorry about that, guys, but that is my neighbor Frank. He's a little bit special. We'll just say it at that. I really appreciate and always talk to him. He's definitely a cool guy. Yeah, but that's gonna end up wrapping up the video for today. I'm beat. thank you guys for watching the video. I'm gonna get some food. I gotta get ready for work, and yeah, I just appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I really am trying to get to that 1,000. Who knows, we might. I got some sneaky plans coming up in the next couple weeks. We're gonna try and make some interesting content for you guys. Definitely something that's out of the usual that I do try to make. So we're gonna try to get those done and get them to you guys before the end of the year. And who knows, maybe one of them might go viral. But I thank you guys again. I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.